Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing coming to you live and direct from the greatest city in the world, man, Cleveland, Ohio, man. Today, man, is a great day. Today is Canelo Alvarez's birthday. We all know the number one pound for pound fighter in the game. So, we had to come on. Usually we off on Thursday, but we had to come on today and talk about Canelo, man, and just how great he's been for the sport. Tell you what, you really couldn't ask for a better pound for pound king than Canelo. And you say, yo, why you say that, BB? I say that because when I literally watched Canelo's career over the years, man, he's just been nothing but special. Um, so I'm just excited about, it's always good when you see somebody get another year older. So, like I said, it's your boy BBO. I'm just excited about it. Like I said, Canelo's done fought everybody. There ain't a guy he hasn't fought. Salute to my man Jorge Fanks, my guy. I gotta get Jorge Fanks making some more Emiliano, Abdullah Mason stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's the next big fight, as we all know, man. Salute to my man Jorge Fanks. But like I said, there's so much going on in boxing. I could talk about it all day. We got some big stuff coming up next week. We're gonna be interviewing Atlantic City's own Crown Jewel, man. We're gonna be doing him, man. I can't wait. Um, and we're gonna be interviewing another guy, man, the great hardcore himself, my man Jay. My man Jay Hardcore. He gonna come let us interview him. So I'm excited about what we seeing in boxing, man. I tell you what, man. Or salute to my man Horace, say he gonna send it to me. I'm excited because I really think we headed for another renaissance. And the reason I say that is because I've just been seeing so many young fighters coming up, whether it's your Abdullah Masons, you got your Bruce Carringtons, just a bunch of guys coming up. Even you got Shakur or whatever. So that's another good one, another good young guy coming up. But the thing I gotta talk about before I forget is just how your boy Sugar Shakur just been acting like a lady these last few weeks, man. It's kind of crazy. Suit to my brother Bentley. Um, I'm just really disappointed. I really thought Sugar Shakur was gonna be this, monster fighter, but man, he's very emotional. You can't say nothing to him. It's just wild, man. I never in a million years thought I would see that, where you see a guy that talented just be an absolute Girl Scout. I mean, it's like, sheesh. He all wet in the pants about somebody saying he boring. Come on, dog. I've never heard such things. So I'm just kind of shocked on what you're getting overall from a guy like that. And you say, hey, talk about Teofimo Lopez. He's a nutcase, but man, we don't see him doing the stuff you see Shakur doing on Twitter. I mean, this is something like I've never seen in my life, man. So I'm just, I'm honestly taken back on how emotionally unstable he is. I mean, this is supposed to be the WBC 135-pound champion, and he just is just such a girly man, and it's like I'm just so disappointed. I can't explain it no better way than that. I'm disappointed in it, and I don't know. I just say, man, I'm just real disappointed. Because when you see these fighters, man, they putting their lives on the line, but they gotta understand. You know what? I heard what Terrence Crawford said, but dude, shut up. We want to see you dudes fight. We don't pay our hard-earned money, go to work 40, 50, 60 hours not to see guys fight. So the whole thing is it's a boxing. Man, shut up. That's why, you know what? That's why in boxing, that's why boxing ain't where it should be, because we not together as a whole. Like, I'm going to be boycotting Terrence Crawford's next fight because I'm tired of these spoiled brat fighters thinking they run things. You don't run nothing. You never heard Muhammad Ali talk like this. You got Shakur talking about getting straps and he gonna do this and that. It's like, come on, bro. You talking to old men anyway, so it's like, I'm telling you, man, we just in a cesspool when it comes to boxing. So, forget your boy BBO. I'm all over the place with it, but I'm just really getting tired of like this new thing of where people threatening fans, threatening podcasters. It's like, come on, dude. Don't make me turn a little boy blue and blow you away. Salute to my man Dream. He said, "My God, the only dream that matters is here." Salute to my man Dream. Hey, I heard Emiliano said he gonna put hands. He's gonna put hands on Devin Haney. Salute to my OG Crush. He said Bud is the face of boxing. Not even close. From what I'm reading, Bud's fight August 2nd. He has over 5,500 tickets still available. So something like $2 or $3 million worth of tickets still available. Salute to my man Hardcore. I just say it like this, man. When it comes to boxing, we got to get these fighters, man, to stop with this madness of y'all don't run nothing. You don't run nothing. You know what my grandfather say? Watch your mouth, boy. You don't run nothing. You don't run nothing. And that's what we getting. What we getting. So. And I see you trolling Dream by saying Bud the face of boxing. Bud not the face of Nebraska, man. So when I think of Nebraska, I think of my man from Belly. What was dude's name? Is that the illest dude in Nebraska? I can't remember dude's name. Ike Love, baby. What do you say? My name is Ike Love, baby. I go state to state. But like I said, man, we just getting some of the most, and I'm put like this. And forgive me for being a little all over the place, but man, we got some super soft men these days, man. Where are your fathers at, man? Who are these niggas, man? That's what I really want to say. Who are these niggas? And what we seeing is a true deterioration of the man, because I mean, sheesh, you worried about what a man said to you? Come on, bro. And they not saying nothing disrespectful. I was watching Steven Jackson and Roy Jones talk, and Roy Jones made a good point about Shakur when he said Shakur is maybe jumping back too far. Salute to my brother GP, aka God's property in the house, man. For all you those thought we went too far. My man GP, all the way from West Baltimore, my guy. But I tell you this, man. He said he's jumping a little bit too far out of range, which I could say is very true. Shakur might be a little bit jumping a little back a little bit too far, but at the end of the day, you gotta, toe that balance of being a fighter who comes forward and being a fighter, who knows, how to entertain the crowd. Because at the end of the day, man, you gotta entertain the crowd. I don't care who you are, man. You gotta entertain the crowd. My favorite fighters, Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy. Salute to my brother like that. The great Canelo Alvarez. Canelo's never boring. Canelo bringing the fight. I mean, he doing that Rocky Marciano. He gonna beat your arms up, your shoulders, your hips, till you drop them hands. Then he gonna get you out of there. So that's what we like to see. Real boxing, man. Come forward, step forward. Any fighter that your boy BVO work with or is planning to work on in the future, man, I want to see them fighters come forward, man. Shout out to my man Sharif, the one. He gets it, bro. He gets it. People come to see his show. I didn't work hard all week to see you run. I didn't work all hard week to pay to see you run. I just didn't do it. If I was gonna watch you run, I'd turn on Shakira Richardson and watch her run. You know what I mean? So that's what cats got to understand, man. It's a fight. We want to see you fight. We don't want to see you box. If you want to box, man, box in the gym by yourself. We want to see somebody get their head knocked in. We want to see somebody get their eye punched in or something. Salute to my man Scholar. We want to be entertained. What's that saying? Are you entertained? No, we're not entertained. But like I said, man, shout out to Canelo, man. #1 pound for pound fighter. 34 years old, we're the same age. And Canelo and Adrian Broner was the first guys I seen in boxing that was young brothers getting money. So I always had love for Canelo Alvarez and my man, definitely AB, my man Twin, AB all day. So, and I got to address something. For Chris Algieri, you piece of garbage, to say that Adrian Broner is the weakest 4 division champion in history, guess what, punk? You'll never be that. You'll never be that. You'll never be the youngest 4 division champion in history. Only beating out the great Oscar De La Hoya. You'll never be that, punk. So it's just amazing to see the jealousy and hate and strife that they do. Like, okay, AB got some issues outside the ring. Okay, cool. He not the first moron. He won't be the last. He won't be the last. So salute to my brother D for the win in the house, man. Um, it's just funny to hear Chris Algieri, who did nothing but get beat to death, get beat dead his whole career, had the nuts to say Adrian Bronner is the weakest 4 division champion in history. Man, cut the games. Cut the games, yo. Who you fooling, kid? Like, word up, man. Who are you fooling? You're nobody to be talking about that. You don't qualify. You don't qualify. Like my man TK Kirkland, you don't qualify. You don't qualify to say Adrian Bronner is the weakest champion. Man, shut up. And that's what you get in boxing. You get a lot of hate because AB ain't do everything right. He has some issues. Dude, you don't fight, play football, or any type of combat sports without having a screw loose. And let's just be honest. Other than probably Muhammad Ali and a select few, nobody is really looking to get into combat sports because they want to, because they love it. They get into it to change their life, to get a better life for them, hopefully their children. So when I hear a punk say, oh, Adrian Bronner is the weakest 4 division champion in history, well, dude, why were you never a champion? Why didn't you beat anybody? I mean, and I love Chris Algieri. I think Chris Algieri, Paulo Malignaggi are great. I think Paulo Malignaggi is the best sportscaster out there. I like him. I don't really like Tim Bradley because Tim Bradley is actually starting to be a hater. He never was a hater, but he is now. He is now. So I just don't understand. Like my man TK said, you don't qualify. You don't qualify to be talking about no doggone Adrian Bronner not being the weakest 4 division. And that's the kind of stuff you get. Now they want to find a way to discredit the work that you already did. So it's like my man like that. So I had to knock dudes out for a living, not because I wanted to. You probably got swirlies and chased home, dog. Stop. But it just make me laugh, man, because a lot of cats talk a lot of crap, but at the end of the day, man, let me see what you do in the ring. What Adrian Bronner has done in the ring can't be taken from him. No matter how many bottles of Hypnotic or Hennessy drink, guess what, bro? He'll forever be the youngest 4 division champion, only beating Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy. So, no matter how many fishnets or how much Oscar did, wore them dresses or whatever he did, he's still going to be known as the Golden Boy, the second youngest 4 division champion in history. So, I mean, you can't take away people's accomplishments, and that's the new thing they want to do. They want to wipe away your accomplishments. You said something I didn't like. We're going to do this. Man, let's cancel Chris Algieri, you coward punk. How you going to sit here and say something about Adrian Bronner, who's done nothing to you? Like, clowns, man. What we getting a lot in boxing commentating now is everybody's clowning out. And you know what? I want to send a big shout out to Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is going to be off FS1. I want to say I'm thanking God for that. God is real. Smash the like button for your boy BVO. We got 7 people in the house, man. We need 7 likes, y'all. Smash it. What the goofballs say? Wipe your feet before you come in my door. Ring the doorbell before you come in my door. I used to hear that all the time. But you know what, man? Smash the like button for your boy BVO. Hey, I know I'm a little nappy. I got to get me a haircut tomorrow. But you know what, y'all? I'm one of the only black content creators out there that's giving you a non-biased opinion. BVO don't got no favorite fighter except the great Jamel Charlo. So, I mean, to hear Chris, and I can't get off of that because who the freak is Chris Algieri? As my man Tommy Hill say, man, he used to get the she-dip beat out of him. Salute to my brother Tim Lake, man. What's going on, my brother, man? But just to hear a clown like Chris Algieri, who's only known for getting beat to death by Arrow, beat to death by pretty much anybody with a pulse that fought him. So to hear a clown like that said, it's comical, man. But I will tell you this, though. Boxing is in a great place. You got your boy Tank Davis. And you know what? I'm going to say this. A lot of people don't know this. I really enjoy watching Tank Davis fight. I think Tank Davis reminds me Not the same kind of fighter, but he reminds me so much of one of my favorite fighters, man, the Hawk. And when I look at him, not having no particular style, I do know that Tio's gonna step on him when they do fight. So that's the only thing. So for all the Tank fans, Tio's gonna step on him when it's time to fight. So it's gonna be, no matter how I go, it's gonna be great. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see it. So we'll see what happens. But going forward, I'm telling you, man, boxing's in a great place. It really is. I'm really excited. The funny thing is, you almost don't know what's gonna happen next, and that's the crazy part. Um, I can't wait to see Abdullah Mason fight Emiliano Vargas. I can't wait for that because I know, and I'm from Cleveland. Emilio might stop him, but that's not gonna stop my support for my guy Abdullah Mason. That's still not gonna stop my support for him. So I'm excited. But I'll tell you this though. The crazy thing about it is, he said, BVO, I can't believe he just said that now. Man, you know Emiliano Vargas is that guy. To say he's not, it's a joke, man. Emiliano Vargas is that guy, man. He's like his dad, but better. He said Tank nice, but a volume puncher could take a punch, will beat Tank. That's a good point. Tank is a nice fighter. And I can't wait till Tio breaks his face. And when Tio breaks his face, then they're going to be like, oh, Tio just rose to the occasion to beat Tank. I can hear the Tank boys now. But we're not even worried about itty-bitty Tank. We worried about Jerron Ennis, man. We going to stump on Jerron Ennis. Anybody you put in front of us that's Goliath, guess what we do, man? We like David. We beat Goliath. We beat Goliath. So just put us in there with anybody, man, whether it's Brian Norman Jr., we stopping him. We squashing Mario Barrios. So, I mean, let's just be honest here, man. It's really not nobody in our way at 47. We running 140. Sabril Matias lost the dude everybody was capping for. Sabril. Man, guess what? That bum got beat. So, hey, it's open season. We all seen Devin Haney get beat to death. Got beat to within an inch of his life by a coward. But it is what it is, man. I can't wait to see Tio get in there and really put his hands on Jerron Ennis, man. Because Jerron Ennis, man, we seen one thing. He get hit a lot. He get hit a lot. I don't know if you seen that. He get hit a lot. And I'm sorry, man. I love Jerron. But Jerron is going to be just another hit on a spike, or when we get done. We're going to put him next to Lomachenko. We're going to put him next to the great Josh Taylor. I mean, he said, Senior already said that ain't happening. Well, we heard a lot of fights ain't happening, so really until we get it, that's all we can do. I don't think the Tank fight happened. I really don't think Tank wants that. I think Tank is really getting ready. Salute to my man BNN News, man, my guy, a.k.a. the World Traveler. The World Travelers in the house. Salute for coming hanging out with the dog house, man. Salute to my man being in boxing. But, you know, no matter how you put it, man, all I want to do is see the best fight the best. It don't even matter who win. He said, hey, that Devin Haney ain't necessary. I love Devin Haney, bro. I don't know why I got to keep telling you that. I always say this. Why does Tank want to be undisputed now that Devin Haney's gone? I don't know. You know, they was calling Devin Haney Black Jesus at one time, and I understand he got beat to death. He did. He got beat to death. He did. I think he even used the bathroom on himself in that fight. But he going to come back stronger. At the end of the day, I just always say this. And any Tank fan in a comment, let me know. Why does Tank want to be undisputed now that Devin Haney's gone? You said the great Josh Taylor loved this dude. Hey, you forgot who Josh Taylor was? Stop. Josh Taylor was beating people to death. Where were you at, cuz? Where were you at, man? Hey, what they say on Baltimore, where were you at, dummy? Dummy, where were you at? Did you not see what Josh Taylor was doing to fools? Beat Regis to death. Beat Jose Ramirez to death. Come on, man. He was beating people to death, man. They was squashing, boy. People, he said Floyd out the picture. He didn't get beat to death. No, he got beat to death, man. At the end of the day, Josh Taylor's that dude, man. Beat Josh Catterall, You can say he might have, maybe he didn't. Man, stop the games. Yo, please smash the like button for your boy BVO, man. Smash the like button, man. Smash the like button for the Asiatic black man. And you know what? This is what we do here at the JBT. It's just boxing talk, baby. Just boxing talk. That's what we do. We just do boxing talk here, man. Shout out to the whole squad, man. My guy Jay. You know, I always show love to him. Salute to my man, Just Do. My favorite show, Cash Sports. We in there. They got the Let's Talk Fashion, the Angry White Man Show, Casuals Corner. And you know we got the original man, sent by God, BVO Boxing. So we in the house, man. Smash that like button for your boy BVO. That's what we here for, man. That's what I do it for, man. But like I said, in boxing, we got so much going on good. I'm not even going to, get mad about the stuff that's not happening. Think about it. We about to get Lomachenko versus Tank Davis. Yeah, it's 3 years too late, but salute to my man being there for smashing that like button. We getting it 3 years too late, but guess what? Tank finally grew a pair of nuts, and he going to fight Lomachenko. And I put like this. Tank better make sure he knocks him out. You're not going to get a decision. You're not going to get a decision. They're going to try to rob that boy. And I guarantee you, if Tank doesn't stop him, they're going to try to rob him. It's a fact. Tank is not getting a decision. I don't care what anybody say. You call BBO a conspiracy theorist or blah, blah, blah. Tank Davis is not going to get a decision against Lomachenko. He's not. He will not get that. He will not get the benefit of the doubt. So my man Tim Layton say JBT all day. Oh, I forgot. And you got the Friday night hangout where, you got my man Ant McQueen with the 40 ounces or the 64-ounce beer. I think he's drinking the King of Beer. I think he's drinking Miller Time. He said, but y'all mad at Spencer Crawford for being late. Like that, I know what you're doing. And you know what I'm going to say, man? You my brother and I love you, man. But you sound crazy. Errol Spence didn't want that fight. And that's why it took so long. And no matter what, I love Errol Spence. Everybody knows that. But guess what, dog? He got beat to death. He said, do you think you want to happen so Teal can have some over Tank? You ain't slick, Holmes. Stop. So I put like this. When T.O. beats Boots Ennis, y'all going to be talking about Tank still? We don't worry about Tank. We got our own career. We ain't worried about Tank. We one of the few fighters who don't need Tank. We don't need Tank Davis. Tank Davis is not going to stop my guy, Teofimo Lopez, from going to Hall of Fame or not. It doesn't matter. We get the fight. We get the fight. We don't. We ain't crying to Tank. Forget Tank. We not begging for no fights. We going to do what we got to do. And that's go on there, keep kicking people's heads in, and go from there. What I want is to have Devin the American Dream Haney versus King Teal at 147. I want to see King Teal versus Mario Barrios. I want to see King Teal versus Brian Norman Jr. There's so many guys out there. He said you fighting in theaters. You need all the help you can get. D for the win. I know a guy like you is a front runner. Everybody starts somewhere. And, a cat like you, a front running cat, who grew up with a silver spoon. I understand you saying something like that. That's some goofball stuff to say. But for us guys from the projects, from the inner city, a place that you probably only visit to see your cousins, us inner city kids, man, we really have to work for it. It's just that simple, D for the one. I'm sorry that, you probably not from Southwest DC, so you probably never hung out with the brothers. It is what it is. You probably, as Rick Ross would say, you probably never hang out with the niggas. You probably never did that. I understand that. You rode your bike in a beautiful neighborhood. Salute to you for doing that. But us guys from nowhere, from the bottom, the guys who eat the whole lot of donut, guys who was on powdered milk, powdered eggs, you probably never heard of these things, man. Hey, we came with the hard way, baby. That's how we do. That's how we do, whether it's from Cleveland. Shout out to East New York. Shout out Cypress Hill Projects. Shout out Soundview in the Bronx. It's a lot of good places. A lot of places we came up, man, it was rough. It was rough. Like my man Daddy said, it was rough. Wow. You couldn't take it like this. Pause. We live rough, man. So salute to my man D for the win. He a Devin Haney type of dude. He going to go hiking and riding with a doggone G-Wagon. So it is what it is. He said Rick Ross is a cap artist, commercial officer. Guess what, Tim Layton? He had to get a job, man. I'd rather him have a job than knocking folks over. My man, son from the Shaw area in DC, come on through, Slim. Hey, I go to the Southwest, man, get my Chinese food, get my mumbo sauce. That's it, baby, and I'm out of there, man. Whether I'm going to hit a backyard band, Tabby Benet, I'm sure you probably never heard of these guys. These are niggas you probably never heard of. Wale, you know, like I said, the great Tabby Benet, who don't get enough. Tabby do not get enough credit for what he's done for DC. I never got to see the great Chuck Brown, but I did get to see the backyard band a bunch, Wale a bunch. He said, broski, he said, my broski is serious, really think T.O.B.'s tanking boots. Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. This is BVO talking. You brothers ever been to church? You brothers ever been to church? Did you guys realize that David beat Goliath? You brothers know that? You know the story of David and Goliath? You guys know that story? It's a real story. The Bible's real. Everything in the Bible's real, y'all. It's not just something that we talk about. It's a real thing. And if you in the Quran, that's in the Quran for you too. At the end of the day, we beat Goliath. That's what T.O.'s going to do. It's like David. We going there to beat Goliath. That's what we do. He said, well, I ain't even from D.C., my God. Well, I guess so. Technically, maybe, you know, I think he's Nigerian or something. I think he moved there. He might be from, but I get it. D for the win is probably from Maryland, claiming D.C. You know, he probably not from the PG County, Southeast. I get it. Southwest, I get it. So it is what it is, man. But I'll say this, man. One thing I do love is I like guys like my man D for the win. I always like those rich kids who try to look down on us. I love it. I live for it. And T.O. is a great example. My favorite fighter in the world, Deontay Wilder, another example of a dude that came from nothing. And look what he did. So salute to him. And to tell you the truth, man, it's always good. He's something uptown, but keep trolling. Just hit me up next time. Yeah, he said, I don't deal in belief because it's a doubtful world. I can't see what I feel. Hey, GP, you my brother and I love you. I know what you're saying. But guess what? If you ever been to church, there's a story called David and Goliath. And T.O. is David. He goes in there versus Goliaths and beats him to death. That's what he's done. But on to some real boxing news. We got my guy Regis Prograde coming back against Josh Catterall. That's going to be a good fight. The two losers who lost to the great Josh Taylor are going to fight. So we're going to get to see a good fight. We got, like I said, we got Tank versus Loma coming up. We got my man Virgil Ortiz, the guy that got your boy Boots in, is really scared to death getting back in the ring. He said, these my people from Uptown, and confirmed Wale from DC. Hey, you can't really talk to D for the win. Like I said, he's a rich kid. This a rich kid. I don't try to get into it with the Trump brothers. I get it. I'm poor. I didn't have a lot growing up. I get it. Y'all had the whole loaf. You know, cats like me, people like T.O., we had to share a chicken wing. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I get it. And salute to all the rich kids, man. But for us that came from the bottom, flat out, yo, seeing a guy like T.O. do his thing is exciting. You know, and the funny thing about it is this is a guy who's been hated on his whole career. Never had a silver spoon, running in a silver spoon catch his whole career. He said, like that, he went to Springboard High with my cousin. He from Maryland. He said, I know he claimed Uptown. But like I said, it's so many good fights. And don't forget, we got the GOAT herself going out to be the heavyweight champion of the world. Salute to my man, Ant-Man. He said BVO was born rich like Trump. Hey, you can't troll me, man. I'm a black dude that grew up with the cheap shoes on. You can't troll me, man. Because we know my brother Scholar, man. We heard my man Scholar going crazy on Trump. We know that's his guy, but he was going crazy on Trump, talking about it. I know he was up all night crying and worrying about him, but he's okay. Your boy Trump's okay. I know you was worried about him, but he's okay. But back to boxing, like I said, we hear Abdullah Mason calling out, saying he'll fight. He's open to fighting Keyshawn Davis. You know what fight I really want to see? I really want to see Keyshawn Davis versus the Puerto Rican star, Sugar Shakur. And I think he beats him. I heard some people say sparring, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I don't care what you do in sparring. I want to see what you do under the lights. Under the lights is what I want to see. And I think Keyshawn Davis can beat Shakur. I don't know if he stops him because I don't think Keyshawn has a lot of power, but I definitely can see Keyshawn Davis giving him a case of the beats. It's only a matter of time, y'all. Shakur Stevenson is a very, very weak individual. We don't care about Jay Prince. We don't care about none of them people because guess what? You know, they just men. They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like me and you. So we ain't worried about them. And I'll tell you this: the stuff I heard Whack 100 say about Jay Prince, Jesus Christ. You say that stuff about BVO, guess what? You're gonna smell my cologne, pimp. You say that kind of stuff about me, you're gonna smell my cologne, dog. I don't care where you at, I'll come find you. So we ain't gotta worry about him. And like I said, you know, to see Shakur being such a weak individual like this, it's sad. It's letting you know what kind of society we got right now where a grown man is worried about what other men say about them. Like, dude, you've been tweeting. He should sponsor X. I mean, he's got to be the best tweeter in boxing. Salute to the kid. He's got to be the best tweeter in boxing. He said, I agree with you a lot, Broski. He said, BVO ate caviar for breakfast. What the poor girl smell of. You sick, man. No, I'm the kid used to get up for free lunch. We get the graham cracker bar with the peanut butter and jelly, with the orange juice packet, and the pears that we gonna get later at lunch. And you know, my grandma used to say, hey, y'all want some lunch? Y'all better get up. Y'all want breakfast? Y'all better get up. And you know, we had something called lunch tickets. I know my man D for the win never heard of a lunch ticket, but we used to have lunch tickets, man. And we would get our lunch, man. And I remember my grandma used to say all the time, some people ain't got it like this. And I used to think like, this is whack. Because, you know, hey, BVO used to be at the free lunch program. I don't know if y'all remember the summer free lunch program. Yeah, BVO was out there lined up. I grew up in the projects. I was out there lined up for the free lunch program. And you know what? I said all that to say, you know what? You can come from that and come to be really blessed. Because guess what, man? Guess what, man? God is real. He's real. He took a cat like me from the slums, the gutter, the bottom, and blessed me so much. I can't thank him enough. But like I said, we're not tripping about no front runner cats because I've been dealing with rich kids all my life and I've been busting their tail, pause, my whole life because you can't beat me. Your daddy's money can't save you. What's that song by Hall and Notes? You're a rich girl and you can't, what is it? I can't remember how the song go. What do you say? You can't rely on the old man's money. You're a rich girl. You can't rely on the old man's money. So we ain't worried about you rich kids. Forget y'all. Forget y'all rich kids. Because guess what? We doing our thing. Project babies, man. We coming from nothing. Buying brand new houses, brand new cars, man. You know what I mean? You know, at the Crown Plazas, you know what I'm saying? These are places, you know, when I was growing up, I went to Holiday Inn Express. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. He said I had free lunch. He said I used to have to cut out pictures of the magazine of food and dream about food. He said I was poor, free lunch rejected us from low funds. He said I would walk to school early for free breakfast too. Hey, and you know what I mean, Timmy. When you go get that free lunch, bro, and you get there at, say, school start at 8, brother, you got to get to school. You got to get there almost 6:45, 7. It'd be so many kids outside. And I remember when I was going to school, it was a bunch of black kids. So we all out there, man. You probably could have had a Tarzan movie with so many brothers out there, man. Like, it looked like we was in Africa, man. We all out there waiting for the lunch lady to open up the door. And it was so cool. We had I wish I could remember her name, God rest her soul. They had the one lunch lady, she would bring pancakes from her crib. She'd bring them from her crib and give us hot pancakes. And she used to like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. BVO had even though I didn't have a lot, I gotta say, you know what? I had some great people. Shout out to my man, Mr. Cheers. Mr. Cheers was a dude. If he key you walking, Mr. Cheers, he'll stop. He drop his sons off early, but he'll come back, take some more kids down the hill, because we used to go to school down there. He'll take us down the hill. So shout out to all those people, man. It take a village, man. And you know what? Growing up in the inner city and without a lot, it was great because you know we had a community, man, and it wasn't perfect, but we had a community. We would go to the pool, we go swimming. Man, they would have barbecues out there. We'd be out there chasing the girls, playing high and go get it, having a ball. For all you punks out there, that's something that we would do. We would mess with the girls, man. And ain't that funny? Ain't nowhere in the world unless somebody would do that to my daughter now. When we get out there, we chase them girls around, man. We used to be out there going, having a ball. And you know what? I'll put it like this. Those humble beginnings, man, made me the man I am today. He said, I used to walk to school early. He said, we was poor. We used to have to go window shopping for groceries. You know what's funny? I remember, my aunt. My aunt, I ain't gonna say her name. She used to write bad checks, right? So my aunt would write a check and say, "I'm gonna get some groceries," knowing she ain't got a dollar to her name. Baby gonna go on there and she gonna write them groceries. She gonna write her a check for some groceries. So, but let me get off of that. But like I said in boxing, we got a lot of great fighters coming out. Like I said, Emiliano Vargas, you're hearing it from BVO first. Future pound for pound fighter. Abdullah Mason, future pound for pound fighter. So it's so much. He said I was poor. A homeless man asked me if we could have a place to stay. Like that, you a joke. Well, my man said, "What side you from?" Like that. But I tell you this though, I'm really interested to know who do you guys think wins Tank versus Shakur? Because if you look at how Tank has been fighting his last few fights, it looks like he's getting ready to fight Shakur. And I think if he fights Shakur, I think that's going to be a terrific fight. That'll be the first time we'll see a fight where you won't just pencil in Tank for the win. And I can't wait to see it. I do wish somebody would take Shakur Stevenson's phone because he's shown to just be an absolute Girl Scout. You could tell that he didn't have his father around. And it's just sad to see a grown man behave this way. And it's just sick. He said we was poor. The barber would give us half time haircuts. He would only cut half the time. Hey, but you know what? That's the cool thing about when you're growing up. You have people around you like that. But like I said, Shakur, man, he really let me down, man. He let me down, bro. He really not who we thought he was going to be. He really has not done nearly what I thought he would do. I mean, he's the 3-division champion. I get it. Next thing you know, you're going to hear that coward Chris Algieri call Shakur Stevenson the weakest 3-division champion in history. So, you know what? I'll tell you this, man. We got to get some of the haters out of boxing. We got too many haters and meat boys. We got too many of those meat boys out here in boxing. Because at the end of the day, all I want to do is see the best fight the best. That's it. That's it. We want to see the best fight the best. And one thing I love is that Tank is actually seeming to be ready to make the big fights. But I've never seen a guy with this much talent have to have every advantage in the world. I can guarantee he's gonna have a rehydration clause against Lomachenko. Lomachenko's the bigger guy. I can see it right now. He's gonna do another rehydration clause, and it's gonna suck. But I think Loma's a little bit too old to do him dirty like he probably would have done him when Tank was saying, "Y'all trying to mess up my career, making me fight him." We know that Tank is gonna get everything his way. He's gonna pick the gloves. He's gonna pick the rehydration clause. I mean, that's what he's gonna do. So, but this will be the first time we'll see Tank in a 60-40 fight, and I'm excited about it. It's gonna be a good fight. I think Tank's gonna knock him out in the 8th or 9th round. Tank got some really good coaches with him who taught him some of the fundamentals. And if you look at Tank's fundamentals, in a lot of ways, they're pretty flawless. So I'm excited. He said, shaking my head, you really crazy though. I'm real excited, man. I'm real excited for Tank to fight Lomachenko. Only thing I will say is that this will let us know where Tank is. After Lomachenko, it's got to be Shakur. We got to see him versus Shakur. They got to get it on. I want to see them bang, pause. Because, like I said, Shakur Stevenson is very, very talented, man. He can fight. He runs a lot, but the boy can fight. I seen what he did against Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring was 100 years old. Salute to my man, Marky Dan, a.k.a. Mr. Sugar Cane, Mr. Red Stripe himself is in the building. The boxing historian himself. My brother, my little brother, Marky Dan. Marky Dan, if y'all don't know, got me back into my historian stuff when it comes to boxing. So salute to my little brother, Marky Dan. We got some big plans for Marky Dan. I think Marky Dan, one of the most talented dudes on YouTube. He's still with BVO Boxing. We just trying to figure out what's working best. I know he way out in the islands, man, cutting down sugar cane all day. So we got to find what's best for him. But like I said, Marky Dan is a terrific young boxing historian. I think he could be the next Kurt Sugar. That's how much I believe in that kid. That kid has got what it takes. But back to boxing, like I said, he said your man Canelo done way more. Canelo, you know what? I'll put like this, D for the win. It's not much Canelo can do to please people. It's the same thing that Floyd did. Floyd can never please people. People say go fight Triple G. Why didn't you fight Paul Williams? Why didn't you fight Winky Wright? We know he ducked Winky Wright, but nobody brings that up. So you'll never have a complete career. The only guy who had a complete career in the modern times is Muhammad. And I think that's hard to do. I really do. To have a complete career where you fight everybody, it's hard to do, man, because there's so many politics. It's so hard. And people do a lot of maneuvering. Like I said, you got Tank Davis is probably one of the most talented guys in boxing, and he has nothing but rehydration clauses. He has nothing but things for him to win and make it easy for him. So, yeah, he beat Frank Martin to death, but Frank Martin looked like Michael Jackson in Thriller. So if y'all want to praise that, cool. I'm not taking nothing away from Tank because I like to watch Tank. He's very entertaining. I like to see the backflips and, I like to see him talk. And, sometimes people like to see, hey, somebody want to know what kind of purse he got on. So I don't, but some people want to know what purse he going to wear to the ring. But it's not a good fight out there. He said, I'm talking about the rehydration clause. He said Tim Bradley had a complete career. No, he didn't, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Tim Bradley should have fought Errol Spence before he retired. There was no reason not to. So you can say that cat with somebody else like that. Timmy had a good career. For the talent that he had, he did really well for the talent that he had. So I'm not gonna hate on him. I'm not gonna down talk him. Because I feel like Tim Bradley really did chase big fights, but we didn't get to see him in there with Floyd. And that's one of the fights I would love to see. I would have loved to see Timothy Desert Storm Bradley versus Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. Because one thing about Floyd, Joe, is Floyd, when he was fighting, said he didn't care about legacy. He only cared about the money. Now that he's older, he's want to tell you about what he did. So my man, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, what's good, my G? Salute to you, my guy. So at the end of the day, man, you only gonna get love for the work that you put in. And I feel like Tim Bradley, like a lot of fighters, he let some stuff off the hook. He said, "Boy, I won't tell you, man, send him in to fight David, though." Well, when he crushed David Benavidez, you're gonna say somebody else. You're gonna say David Morrell. You're gonna say M.B. Lee. That's what y'all do, man. That's what y'all do. Y'all always find something to say against a brother, whether it's Floyd, whether it's Canelo. And I'm gonna tell you something, folks. At the end of the day, man, we all family. He said he didn't fight Tito Trinidad too. See, it's always somebody he didn't fight. But you forgot he fought Miguel Cotto. You forgot that. Miguel Cotto was a master. Miguel Cotto would have beat anybody else that night if he wasn't fighting Floyd Mayweather. I guarantee that. He would have beat anybody else if he wasn't fighting Floyd that night. So he said, but you just said something about Tim Bradley being consistent. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying they want people to do everything. You'll never please anybody. The only reason why Muhammad Ali pleased everybody is because he was fighting people when he had Parkinson's disease and stuff. Like when he lost to the guy who had eight fights, Spinks. He shouldn't have been fighting him. To be honest with you, Ali's last fight should have been the third fight with Joe Frazier. That should have been the last time he fought. But Muhammad being Muhammad, he kept going. You know what I mean? We seen him lose all three Ken Norton fights. But he fought him. So you can't tell. He said, but you said something about Tim Bradley. Just be consistent. D for the win. I know your job was to attack the black man. I know that's what you came to do. to attack the black man. But guess what? You my brother, and I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. I love you. No matter what you say, you my brother, and I love you. So nothing you can do about it. He said, Ali's still the GOAT. No, he's not. Ali was never the GOAT. The greatest fighter to ever live is Joe Louis. It's a fact. Look at the fights. There will never be another heavyweight as great as Joe Louis. Just telling you that. If you say Sugar Ray Robinson, okay, cool. If you say Kid Gallahan, cool. Even if you say, nah, I ain't gonna say Willie Pep or Henry Armstrong, but it's some people. Joe Louis would have beat the dog out of Muhammad Ali. And he told him that to his face. What did he say? I used to go on a Bum of the Month tour, Muhammad, and you would have been on the tour. So cut the games. And if you seen when he fought Jersey Joe, he beat Jersey Joe to death. So what do you think he would do to Muhammad, man? He said, it's the best troll channel on YouTube. Slim, I swear. Salute the BVO on the chat. And you know what? Salute the Melanin Queen. Appreciate you coming through, Queen. You know what's so funny? When I hear a coward statement like that, I don't take that personal, because you don't have to agree with me. This is BVO boxing. You ain't got to agree with me. I'm not here to please nobody. I'm here to have some fun with my brothers and talk boxing. So you ain't got to agree with your boy BVO. I tell you this, if Joe Louis fought Muhammad Ali, he'd beat Muhammad Ali to death. I guarantee you that. As the great custom model said, he's going to catch up to you, bro. He's going to catch up to you. So before you attack the black man, which I know they love to do, they've been doing this for 400 years. You want to attack the black man, that's cool. But guess what? Joe Louis beats the life out of Muhammad Ali. He said Joe tried to hold Ali's jockstrap, but it was too heavy. Cut the games. He said Joe also was undisputed. Joe Louis, the most accomplished heavyweight. Hey, it's not even a question. I think he was heavyweight champ. I think the only person who was behind him is Klitschko. You're never going to see a dominant heavyweight champion like Joe Louis, bro. Joe Louis was dominant in every way. Knocking people out with both hands, could jab, could fight. And he was about maybe 180 pounds. He wasn't a true heavyweight. There'll never be another guy like Joe Louis. There'll never be another Kid Gallahan. There'll never be another Sugar Ray Robinson. It is what it is. He said they took 3 years from Ali. But guess what? They didn't take none. They took Joe Louis' whole life. What are you talking about? Joe Louis, and it always makes my eyes sweat, Joe Louis put his tail on the line for the country, and they did nothing for him. They dogged him. They left him with a tremendous amount of tax debt. He went over there in World War II. He was their pitcher man. What Muhammad Ali wouldn't do, he did what Muhammad Ali wouldn't do. He went over there, served his country, boxed for the troops, kept morale high for World War II, and never complained. So for all those people who talk trash about the great Joe Louis, remember you're talking about a man's man who came from, I think he was from Mississippi, came to Detroit, then became a big star in Harlem, man. So Joe Louis, man, come on. We talking about, you can't compare Joe Louis. And I love Muhammad. Muhammad is a great fighter. But guess what? Joe Louis ain't never lose no dude with no 8 fights. And never would have. Salute to my man D Free. We got nothing but love for you, man. I'm praying for you, D Free. He said Ali had 11 defenses before they took his prime years. He said Joe fought in World War II and was still around. That's a fact. He said I would have broke the record. Joe Louis, #1. Man, Joe Louis, and I hate to have this conversation. Joe Louis was about maybe 185 pounds and literally dominated the heavyweight division in a way we've never seen it dominated. We seen Muhammad do it. The thing was that we got to see Muhammad on the worldwide leader in sports, being on fighting on ABC. He was everywhere. And Joe Louis fought against real bigotry. Same thing with Muhammad. They had a lot of bigotry going on. And Joe Louis, I still say this, man. Joe Louis, for what he was up against, was just special. And I'm not taking away from Muhammad. I don't got to push Muhammad down to bring up Joe. They both were great. I'm just saying, if you're talking for real, Joe Louis beats the life out of Muhammad. It's a fact. It's a fact. Joe Louis had power in both hands, and Joe Louis had a chin like you never seen. He said Joe Louis is bad compared to Ali. That's cap. He said even Wilder was inspired by Joe Louis. I smell a debate. Hey, If Scholar got the nuts to debate BVO on this, I'll cook him. I'll cook him. There's never been another heavyweight better than Joe Louis, bro. You out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Joe Louis beats the life out of Muhammad. For one, Muhammad's going to run. And I'm talking about baby Muhammad. I'm talking about the one that nobody can catch. Yeah, guess what? We're going to catch up to him with them body shots. We're going to go to his body, beat his body up. We're going to beat his body up. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to stop him. We're going to stop him. And like I said, me and my man, and Scholar's my friend. That's my guy. But me and him can debate anytime when we talking about the great Joe Louis. And I'm glad to hear Mama's free home. Hey, and she gonna have some good opinion. She gonna have some good home cooking because my man D Free is a Puerto Rican cook, man. He can cook. I got the stuff to make his baked spaghetti. I can't wait to make it. He said, that's not a fact. That's your opinion, Joe Louis. But guess what? Next week, we got some big stuff coming. We're going to be interviewing Jay Hardcore on Monday. Wednesday, we're going to be interviewing my man, Crown Jewel, a good fighter that came out of Atlantic City. And I'm going to be in Houston next week. So I must definitely shoot something at Trill Burgers. Your boy's going to be in Houston. I might even slide up to Dallas. But, you know, we're going to have some fun, man. And that's what we're here to do. BVO Boxing, man. It's not about BVO, the Asiatic Black man. We got a whole team. Shout out to my man T'Challa, a.k.a. Prize Fighter, the Puerto Rican Prince D. Free, my OG Crush, the legend. And I'm calling it before anybody said, we're going to have my girl Melanie Queen at some point join us as our full-time host. I'm going to speak it into existence. When my grandma would say, speak it, believe it, receive it. We're going to have Melanie Queen one day be our full-time host. She don't know that yet, but we're going to have her be our full-time host. I tell you this, man. Oh, they definitely subscribe to my man Boston Scholar. Definitely subscribe to my brother Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. And like I said, and Scholar got my phone number. If you want the smoke, Joe Louis versus Muhammad, I'm ready. Don't duck me, son. Don't duck me. Don't duck me, son. That's all I say. Don't duck me. Don't duck me because I'm ready. Any day, anytime you want to go on, we talking about Joe Louis versus Muhammad Ali, stop. And like I said, we're going to have Melanie Queen join us as our full-time host. I'm just waiting for her to say yes. We're going to have her join us as our full-time host. She going to be like our stat baby so I can focus on cooking brothers like D Free. Yeah, I heard y'all say D Free had me in the oven. Okay, whatever. I want to see D Free head up. Head up, me and D Free can debate anytime. That's my brother right there. We can debate anytime, head up, me and D Free. And I feel like this. Like I said, I try to bring real points. Nobody beat more fighters. Nobody was champion longer. And nobody was like Joe Louis. Joe Louis was like an anomaly. He was so good that people almost forgot about Sugar Ray Robinson. And Sugar Ray Robinson made what you have now the pound for pound list because he was so good. So Joe Louis, dude, I just hate how the country treated him. But Joey Louis, man, he did it all, man. He said, don't go at free when you have to win the championship. Hey, like I said, Boxing Scholar, I want the smoke. Don't duck me, son. You got the championship. You're definitely a championship debater. You're a historian, and I'm a historian too. And I want you. Pause. I want one. Pause. I want to go head up. Pause. So at the end of the day, it's your boy BVO, man. You know I ain't scared of nobody. He said you basically did the boots. I've been trying to get Scholar since 2018. Oh, here you go, Scholar. Here you go. And you know what? Scholar's a comedian, but I'm a comedian too, man. All I can tell you is this. Y'all heard it right here, man. Tell Scholar, don't duck your boy. He said Joe Louis could have been an NFL player. He was built. And you know what's funny? Joe Louis, Jack Johnson, Cleveland Williams. These guys were like yoked up. They were yoked up in the doggone 50s. And in Jack Johnson's term, in the doggone 20s. He said Rocky Marciano kicked his ass. He did. But Joe was old. And Joe was trying to make a comeback. And he got squashed by the young, strong champion, Rocky Marciano, who was another 180-pound champion who was a heavyweight. He said Rocky fought the old version of Joe. He fought the ancient version. But it'll never, the Eddie Murphy movie Coming to America has made it solidify in our brains. He kicked Joe Lewis's ass. He said BVO go say Joe always lied about his age. He 145 years old. He said that's the one that's on. And I'll put it like this, man. Like I said, shout out to Melanin Queen, our new host. I'm speaking it and receiving it into existence. We're going to have Melanin Queen become our full-time host. She part of the JBT network. She going to probably join us real soon. She don't know it yet, but I'm speaking it, and I serve a big God, and he going to do it. He always do it. You know, all I got to say is, hey, Dad, I want you to do it, and God do it. It's just that simple. I mean, he said, but like I said, me and Skylar gonna set that up because I don't like the way Skylar talking, man. I've been calling him out since right now, since 9:07 Eastern Standard Time. I want the smoke. Skylar, don't you duck me. D-Free, I'm coming to squash you on a debate. You got some stuff going on, so I'm gonna give you a break. But D-Free, I want all the smoke, pimp. I want all the smoke. Hey, because at the end of the day, BVO, the original Asiatic black man, all I want to do is go against the best. He said 2030, 2018. Salute to my man. You know what? Salute to my man, GP, man. GP, man, I appreciate you joining the community, man, the doghouse, hanging out with us, man. GP is a good brother, man. Met him through the JBT. I'm glad he's in here. Salute to my man, Rap Star, Boxing Knowledge. I appreciate you being here. Salute to my man, Like That. Always showing love, man. And I put it like this, man. I appreciate you guys growing with me. We only gonna get better from here. We 16 months in. We had 1.4 million views. We had 2,600 subscribers. We're gonna get there, y'all, together. And the cool thing about us, guess what, y'all? We came from nothing. Unlike my man D for the win, we from nobody. We nobody. We the underdog. People didn't believe in us. What my man Kelly said, they didn't believe in us, but God did. So there's so much I could say. He said Eminem will be at the Crawford fight. Eminem got a hard album. Eminem got a hard little album. I don't even like Eminem. I like some of his songs like Renegade, but I mean, I ain't the biggest fan of him, man, and he really doing his thing. And just so anybody who was asking me, a lot of people's getting on me talking about, oh, why you support LeBron, bringing Bronny in? Shut up. Guess what, man? Bronny's trash. Okay, cool. He's not the first trash player we ever seen. Won't be the last. So what? Bronny's trash. What you want me to do? I'm just glad that he's in the league, man. Hey, so what? Is Bronny James the first trash dude you seen get drafted? No, and he won't be the last. So salute to him. He said, we from the bricks. They don't want us to have a bigger pool than Kanye. Yeah, no, Bron is not the GOAT. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. But I ain't gonna get into that. But we celebrating a lot. Today is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world's birthday, Canelo Born Ready Alvarez. So salute to Canelo, man, one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. He said, I remember when chicks were called to talk wouldn't even call talk to us because we said we was musty. No. But like I said, shout out to Melanin Queen, who's going to be our new host. Salute to my brother Prize Fighter. Salute to Crush the Legend. Salute to the Puerto Rican Prince, D-Free. I'm going to tell you this, man. Me and D-Free go back and forth. I get mad at him. I'm sure he get mad at me. But D-Free is a true friend. And I can't thank D-Free enough, man. D-Free is a true friend. My man Scholar is a true friend. I'm going to cook him. I'm going to cook both them brothers. But when I say YouTube-wise, them are some true friends. Salute to my man Boxer Scholar. Salute to my man D-Free. And salute to my man Prize. And like I said, I'm speaking into existence. Melanin Queen, we're going to have us. She's going to be joining us full-time real soon. So it is what it is. He said people talk about generational wealth and made it sound his teammate. Hey, salute to Bron. Like I said, salute to Bron for doing that. But I'm going to be honest, man. Bronny is trash. He's trash. Like that one dude, like the country dude that be saying that. He's trash, dude. Dude, he take all them shots to get 12 points? Stop. He's not that guy. Wrong guy. She said, you put me on the spot. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot because that's what we do. We gonna have Melon Queen. We speaking into existence. I'm gonna be like my dude who was praying to Trump. We gonna have Melon Queen come, and I already asked God, so he gonna do it. He gonna do it. God's too big to fail. He's gonna do it. And salute the Melon Queen. She gonna be on there with us soon. He said trash compared to who? To anybody that's playing. He getting cooked. Where you been? He getting cooked out there, dude. He out there what my man AB said, I'm getting cooked. Like Bronny is getting cooked out there, man. So it's your boy BVO Boxing, the Asiatic black man, the original man sent by God himself. We here. Usually we take Thursdays off, but you know what? I can through. Shout out to my man Jay Hardcore. His interview's coming on Monday. Wednesday, we're going to have my man Crown Jewel, Atlantic City's own Crown Jewel. And I believe my man Jay is from D.C. So we're going to have a real D.C. brother come on here, man, and we're going to do our thing. And he said, Draymond Green and Steph Curry, my favorite duo. You got it, girl. He said, it's the first year. Hey, Scholar. The first year I seen LeBron, I knew he was the truth. First year I seen Derrick Rose, I knew he was the truth. This ain't no Jimmy Butler. This ain't no dude who's gonna be able to get better over time. He looks trash, bro. His shot looked trash. So, shout out to my Los Angeles Lakers. We need to get rid of Bronny. And I ain't gonna lie, my second team is my New York Knicks. And y'all see my Killanova Knicks, yo. So if my first team don't do it, and I've been Lakers fan since '96, but I've been a Knicks fan since 1990 when I was born. So orange and blue skies. It looked like we might get a chip. I don't know. Like we might get a chip out there in New York, baby. Shout out to East New York, the only borough that matter, Brooklyn. It's your boy BVO. Like, comment, subscribe. And you know what, man? That's what I do it for. And I appreciate each and everybody coming through to hang out with the Asiatic black man. Peace.